Imagine you have a guy, he wins a trip, an all expense paid trip to a very expensive hotel, the best hotel in the world. And this hotel has food all day long, as much as you could eat. He's going for 4 days of being pampered and spa and whatever he wants. And it has the best hechsher. He gets there to the hotel. He gets there at lunchtime at 12 o'clock. And he's so excited. He goes into the ballroom and he sees all the food. He never saw food like that in his life. Wall-to-wall food. And every different place has a different station. There's Israeli food and Chinese food and American food and this food and that. And he goes and he sees his favorite steaks and he starts piling them on the plate. And he's eating and he's eating and he's eating. And he's so full he can't move. He gets up and he sees out of the corner of his eye, says, "Oh, I didn't even see the Chinese food. How could I not take the Chinese food?" He goes for the Chinese food. He starts filling up sesame chicken and this. And he says, "I have to eat it." And he eats it. When he can't eat another morsel, he eats a whole nother plate. He's ready to go. He sees another station. There's the sushi. How could I miss the sushi station? Look at all these rolls. And he starts taking more. He's going to burst. His stomach is killing him. He says, "I have to walk out of here." He walks out, but he sees the desserts. "Oh, look at those desserts. I have to have the dessert." And he goes to eat the dessert. And his stomach is in pain like he never had. They had to carry him out of there. And they carried him up to his room. He was in such pain. He finally fell asleep in pain. He woke up 6 hours later. He looks at his watch. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for dinner. He goes back down. He does the same thing. And every time he thinks he's enjoying, he ends up in pain and sorrow. A person who just looks to have pleasure, I want to do the pleasure the way I want, and I know, most of the time, what seems to be the greatest enjoyment turns out to be not so great after all. The feeling afterwards is not so good. You feel if someone would follow the recipe of the Torah of how to have pleasure. Hashem, who created us, He taught us what's going to give us the ultimate pleasure. He knows we have a neshama, we have a body. When someone follows Torah, mitzvot, they do it the right way, they enjoy the Shabbat, they're able to eat and enjoy. Someone does a mitzvah, they feel so good afterwards. The pleasure is incomparable to the pleasure people get from just indulging and indulging and indulging.
Thank you for listening to the Guard Your Eyes Daily Chizuk broadcast. Pass them on to your friends and help spread Kedusha in the world.